Yeah.
She's been in court since yesterday facing terrorism-related charges linked to the July unrest. You've worked closely with her, obviously.
Yeah.
Based on
No,
your
I've not
experience
worked closely with her. I worked closely with her father.
with her father, right?
Yeah, not with
But
her.
with your experience, is she capable of that level of coordination, or is this just like politically driven?
By the way, Duduzile has never said anything in my presence, like anything political. Like I've one day encouraged her to say something in a meeting. She's never said anything. The only thing I saw her do was to come to a meeting wearing a t-shirt written "Try Me Boys" or something like that. Celebrating a boyfriend. Then she has never said anything.
Yeah.
Like zero.
What?
And
what
in
do you
majority
mean?
of times, by the way, when I would go and see President Zuma and she will be there, President Zuma will be saying that, hey, kumele abantwana baphume manje.
Yeah.
Like you would have to give space for the leadership to talk.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, and there's never been a. But what I got to know as well
Saul
is
doesn't
that
understand when you said she was celebrating a boyfriend.
I
Try
don't
Me
want
Boys.
to talk. I don't want to talk about.
Try Me Boys. It's a quote.
I don't know.
I see now.
You got
I
it?
see what you mean.
all right.
Former Economic Freedom Fighters Deputy President Floyd Shivambu has once again found himself at the center of political conversation after revisiting his long-running feud with Duduzile Zuma during a recent podcast interview. Speaking on Podcast and Chill with host Meg G on Thursday, Shivambu reflected on his political journey, affiliations and controversies that have shaped his career. However, it was his candid remarks about Duduzile Zuma Sampudla that quickly captured public attention. During the discussion, MacG referenced Zuma's January 2025 arrest on terrorism-related charges, questioning whether the allegations aligned with her character or pointed to a broader political agenda. Shivambu responded with a measured but pointed critique, suggesting he did not believe Zuma possessed the capacity to orchestrate large-scale operations, and said she has never said anything political in my presence, adding that his attempts to encourage her participation in discussions had been unsuccessful. He further claimed that during visits to former President Jacob Zuma, Duduzile would often be asked to leave the room when serious matters were being discussed, something he framed as a customary practice among elders. The remarks were widely interpreted on social media as an attempt to undermine Zuma's influence within the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, with critics arguing that Shivambu was portraying her as peripheral to key decision-making processes despite her outspoken online presence. Shivambu also addressed the origins of their fallout, alleging that his efforts to expose irregular staffing practices triggered tensions. According to him, several underqualified individuals were employed under Zuma's watch while receiving disproportionately high salaries, and said you'd find personal assistants earning more than members of parliament, adding that his intention to review and remove such appointments led to a breakdown in their relationship, and said that's when she realized I was going to collapse her mini empire. He further accused Sampudla of mobilizing disruptions within party structures in response, claiming that after intervention from her father, tensions escalated, culminating in a series of public social media attacks directed at him. Adding another layer of intrigue, Shivambu's reference to Zuma's boyfriend was interpreted by some viewers as a jab at Julius Malema, fueling speculation about underlying political rivalries. Floyd Shivambu also launched a fresh attack on Julius Malema, describing the EFF leader's 2018 gun incident as childish and claiming it drained the party of massive resources. Shivambu made the remarks just after Malema was sentenced to prison in his high-profile firearm case in the East London Regional Court. He said, I think it's childish to play with guns, whether it's real or toys. If it's a toy gun, it's even worse. He added that he was present at the event but did not touch the gun. He went further, linking the incident directly to years of legal and logistical cost for the Economic Freedom Fighters, and said, I'll tell you something. Since 2018, if you were to calculate the amount of money that has been spent on lawyers and busing supporters to go and say hands off CIC, It's possibly about 50 million rand because of childish behavior. The comments come amid Malema's ongoing battle. In October 25, the EFF leader was convicted on 5 counts under the Firearms Control Act, including unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition, as well as discharging a firearm in public. The charges stem from the EFF's 5th anniversary celebrations at Sisa Dukasha Stadium in Danzane on 28 July 2018, where Julius Malema was captured on video firing a rifle into the air. Shibambo and Malema were once close allies, with Shibambo serving as EFF deputy president from the party's founding in 2018 until his dramatic exit in August 2024. He briefly joined the Jacob Zuma's Umkhonto weSizwe Party as a Secretary General before being dismissed in June 2025. In September 2025, he launched the Africa Maibuya movement, positioning it as a fresh alternative focused on economic emancipation. The timing of Shibambo's comments on the same day Malema's sentencing dominated headlines has sparked heated reactions online, with some calling it a kick while he's down and others praising it as a long overdue honesty from a man who was once at the heart of the EFF. Reacting on the X app, one said, "Floyd must heal. You don't talk ill about someone that you once considered a brother like this. It's childish." Another one said, "This was one of the worst episodes ever in the category of Tumelo Ramaphosa's league. Floyd Shibambo can't respond to simple questions without being political. That's why McG was laughing the whole episode." Another one said, "Floyd Shibambo says Umkhonto weSizwe Party meant something different to different people. It wasn't coherent. It didn't have a constitution. He says they plagiarized the ANC constitution and forgot to remove the logo of the ANC." Another one stated, "Floyd is bitter. In 2013 and 2014, when we were donating monies for EFF, he had nothing. I attended the first EFF Researchers Forum in Cape Town from Mpumalanga as a researcher. I paid for my accommodation for 2 nights. In 2013 at Copies in Northwest, I slept with more than 10 people in a hotel room from Mpumalanga. They couldn't afford hotels." Another one stated, "If Floyd was given a chance to poison CIC, he would have taken it. Not even a little shame. A bullet was dodged here, yo." Another one stated, "Maonisi is a classic example of when consciousness leaves, it doesn't say goodbye. A typical educated fool. This was him only 3 years ago. Today, he sides with AfroForum because he's on the opposite side. Amazing how it went from frivolous to childish. Will the biased media question him on the sudden change of mind? We are yet to see. CIC was or is surrounded by snakes. One by one, they reveal themselves. We still maintain, without fear or favor, hands off CIC." What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more.